In that one small thing is this material world. And that he declares in the 10th chapter, Mamatejo amsha sambhavam atava bahunaitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vrishtabhyaham idam krishnam ekamshena sthito jagat. By a small spark of my splendor, this whole universe is maintained. So that is enough for me to tell you that much to get an idea. So where we are is a very, 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 very small portion of the power of the Supreme Lord. You can imagine who the Lord is. That Supreme Lord, when He wants to enjoy, His enjoyment will be very different from us. Right? Very highly sophisticated. He will not be happy if you give him 2 gulab jamuns for the evening and give him some this thing. His enjoyment is a very high type, very high class, sophisticated enjoyment. So who will be able to give him that type of enjoyment? For the Supreme, He requires supreme enjoyment. For you, if I give you 1 gulab jamun and some paratha and some this thing and pasta and whatever it is, you become very happy, very fast. You are alpa santoshi. Because you are so small. Small thing is enough for you. But for the Supreme, how will His enjoyment be? When you start thinking like this only, you will know the Lord arranges His own for His own pleasure, because none of these things in this world can satisfy Him. He only can arrange for His pleasure, because He knows what will satisfy Him. So from Him comes this manifestation of Radharani to give Him pleasure that is fit for Him. Radharani manifests from Him like that, from His Antaranga Shakti. So she is not different from Krishna. She is coming from Krishna, meant to give pleasure to Krishna. Meant to give pleasure to Krishna. So designed specially for Krishna. Only for Krishna. Not meant for anybody else. Not meant for anybody else. That's why it's a very confidential topic. Just like you are married, you have a wife. Your wife is meant only for you. That's why it's called your wife. Isn't it? And it's very private and confidential relationship. It's a very small example. It's not that the Lord has got a wife. Don't think like that. You cannot think like that. But the Lord has got His internal energy manifested in the form of Radharani. And she is very highly equipped, very highly talented, very highly resourceful to be able to give the Supreme all types of enjoyment and pleasure. That is Srimati Radharani. Right? So normally people don't speak about Radha. Why? It got nothing to do with me. Nothing to do with me. But devotees of the Lord who are very pure and high class, they like to understand the deep relationship of the Lord with Radharani, to understand more about Krishna, the activities of the Absolute Truth. So Radharani is a manifestation of the internal energy of the Lord. And she gives pleasure to the Lord. And we use the feminine gender, she, because she gives pleasure for the sake of the Lord. When you want to have pleasure, then you become male gender. That is how it is understood in the Sanskrit and the Vedic system of thought. When you give pleasure, then you are feminine gender. So in that sense, the Lord's energy is subservient to Him. Energy serves the Lord. In that way, we use a feminine gender. But actually in the spiritual world, there is nothing like feminine, masculine. Purusha and Prakriti is utilized in the material world, in the Vedic system of thought. So, she is very highly equipped. So when we talk about Radharani, we should understand who she is, whom she is meant for. So you cannot have mundane material ideas. when we speak about the Lord and Radharani. Right? So, Radharani, the leader of all the servants of Krishna, serves Krishna for his pleasure. Whatever Krishna wants, that is supplied. Whatever situation Radharani is, she is not bothered about it. Krishna is happy, I am happy. So there is a statement made by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, reference in Chaitanya Charitamrita, wherein Radharani is saying, if I have to become miserable in serving Krishna, and if that misery of mine brings pleasure to Krishna, then that misery is my pleasure. How is it? If I have to become miserable, but Krishna is very happy, then that misery is my pleasure. I am here only to give pleasure to Krishna. I am not bothered about what I feel. This is the meaning of service. Servant means, high class servant means, doesn't matter about me. Is Krishna happy? Then it brings me happiness. Then it brings me happiness. So this is Radharani. Today is the appearance day of Radharani, Radhashtami. Krishna is speaking in Bhagavad Gita very fundamental details. Who are you? Who is God? What is this world? What is the relationship between God and this world? What is the relationship between God and you? What is the relationship with you and this material world? All these things. How to act, karma, how to connect back with God, yoga, all these things he is explaining in Bhagavad Gita. Because all these very fundamental questions are asked by Arjuna. But in Bhagavat, the devotees are discussing amongst themselves about Krishna. So they discuss very deep topics about Krishna. Parikshit Maharaj is asking Shukadeva Goswami, how is it that Krishna is dancing with other people's wives in the middle of the night? I know that it is not wrong, but I want to hear from you. Why? Because most people will think in a different way. So in the Bhagavatam there will be a lot of questions. How to understand transcendence? How to understand the activity of the Supreme Lord? Normally we will misunderstand only. First thing we will do is to misunderstand, because we don't know who is God. So in the Bhagavatam the devotees discuss, and because of the devotees discussing, lot of things will come out. Understanding in the right way. So Parikshit Maharaj is asking this, and Shukadeva Goswami is describing the Rasa Leela. And he is describing that Krishna is 8 years old. Only. Oh, is it so? Then it's not very interesting. Immediately people say, oh, it's not very interesting. Small boys and girls. Material people will think like that. But actually for Krishna, age and all does not matter. Whether he is boy or girl and all that does not matter. It is not going by material age. And it is not ordinary age. So he is performing a transcendental spiritual activity. It is not according to material law in this world. Good, bad, boy, girl, all that is not considered. When the supreme absolute truth is beyond all these things. Male, female, bad, good, daytime, nighttime and all that. Spiritual world is beyond. So these things are not counted. So Radharani is, and the gopis and all the wonderful devotees of the Lord are giving pleasure to the Lord in a transcendental atmosphere. So you will see all, if you look at it from the materially, so many things are wrong. That's why people are not able to understand. It is meant to be like that so that you won't try to understand. It is meant to be. Immediately, oh, this is wrong. Okay, very good. You are kept away from it. Because you cannot understand. Because if you look at it morally, ethically, you cannot understand. That is why Krishna is explaining in Bhagavad Gita, in this world, Dvandva Mohena Bharata. Everybody is overcome by Dvandva Moha. So Radharani and Krishna's, especially their pastimes, is very exalted. Today is the appearance day of Radharani, and we are trying to understand who is Radharani first. What is her exalted position? When Prabhupada went to the Western world in America to talk about Radharani, he said, all of you are seeing picture of Radha and Krishna? They said, yes. You are always wondering who is this girl with Krishna? They said, yes, we want to know. Yes. And then Prabhupada explained, it's not Krishna's girlfriend. It is not like Krishna's girlfriend. And then Prabhupada went to explain what is transcendence. How if you look at Krishna materially, you will think materially. But Krishna is beyond matter. And how to understand the supreme absolute truth. This is what is spiritual life. A spiritual master to teach you beyond matter what is God. He must make you understand. Then only he is spiritual master. Otherwise he is remaining material master. Many people call themselves spiritual, but they speak all material things only. They don't speak even a little bit of anything above matter. And because you are getting some material benefit, you think that this person is very great. And if he does a little bit of some magic and something, you will think, oh, very great. But a genuine guru, spiritual master, must take you out of matter and expose you to spirit, spiritual. Chakshurunmilitam yena tasmai shri gurave namaha. Om ajnana timirandhasya jnananjana shalakaya. Who opens my eyes to see the truth beyond this world of illusion. That person is really Guru. Not everybody who calls himself Guru. What is your role and function as a Guru? You should be able to lead that person in from matter to spirit, from material to spiritual. Then only you can call yourself Guru. Then only you can call yourself Guru. So only if somebody does that to you, you will be able to understand God. So Prabhupada, he never bothered about what you think about what I am saying. My duty is to make you understand this, who is Krishna. So he did not speak according to what you like to hear. It is not that the Guru should speak what you like to hear. Then what is the use? Mostly when you speak about spiritual life, people don't like. Why? It's not a topic that I want to hear. I want to hear something that will make me materially very happy. So that is why Radharani is a topic very far away. But still, by praying to Radharani today is Radhashtami, we can actually access the mercy, karunya of Radharani, because she is very, very merciful to all the conditioned souls. All of them who are trying to get back to Krishna, trying to get back to the spiritual level and wanting some special help, they pray to Radharani. And she is the mother of all people who want to serve. So mother is always very kind to her children. Trying to do something, I'll encourage you, I'll help you. So when we approach Radharani as a mother, divine mother of devotional service, then we can get her mercy. Therefore we are trying to understand who are you, then only I can offer my prayers properly to you. Right? So Radharani and Krishna, now that you have understood briefly who is Radha, Radharani and Krishna, when they have Leela, pastimes, we should not look at it ordinarily, with an ordinary material eye. So you will see that if you go to Vrindavana, everybody will greet you, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. They'll not say Krishna. In Vrindavan, Radha is more important. Is more important. Why? Only if you go through Radharani, you can get Krishna. Only if you go through Radharani. Even the rickshawala will chant, Jai Radhe, Jai Radhe. Move, move, he will not say. He will say, Jai Radhe. It means you have to move. I am coming, rickshaw. So in this way, by attracting the mercy of Radharani, we can understand who is Krishna and who is Krishna. Yes. So today we offer our prayers to Radharani so that we may be able to understand who is the Supreme Lord, who am I, what I should do, and how I should serve, and my service will be accepted or not. In this way we can analyze and understand. So there are many wonderful pastimes of the Lord with Radharani. If you go to Vrindavana, everywhere people will talk about all these pastimes because they are very familiar. So many wonderful stories. But they should not be understood in a very material, ordinary way. So Radharani is very merciful, very kind to all the living conditioned souls who are trying to achieve Krishna Bhakti, who are trying to perform devotional service to Krishna. So anybody who is chanting Hare Krishna, who wants to be devotee of Krishna, he offer prayers to Srimati Radharani today. So I will ask all of you to repeat after me a prayer. Hold your hands together. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamamayi Hari Priye Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Om Tat Sat, Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Srimati Radharani ki Radhashtami Mahotsavam ki Nittai Gaura Premanande. Thank you. Hare Krishna.